We have 7 board members.
Good evening. My name is Pharr, and this is the Library Board of the City of Pharr, and we welcome you to the regular call meeting on this Thursday, July the 15th, 2021. It is now 6:03. At this time, I call the meeting to order. May we have a roll call at this time?
Present.
Ms. Aida Escobar,
Present.
absent. Olga Cardosa, absent also. Emma Rosales Garcia, absent. Ms. Diana Ruiz.
Present.
Mary Q. Gonzalez.
Present.
That's it? Do I hear a motion to excuse the absences?
I still move.
Moved by Mary, seconded by
I'll second.
Ms. Reese.
Can I, because I was absent?
All in favor? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. We're now in open session, and our next item on our regular agenda is the approval of minutes for the May the 20th, 2021 meeting. You've all received the minutes. If you have read them, are there any corrections or additions or deletions to these minutes? If not, do I hear a motion to approve the minutes as written?
I so move.
Moved by Anita and second
I second.
by Mary. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Great. Okay, great. Our next item on the agenda is a presentation of the director's report. Welcome, Mr. Garcia.
Thank you very much, library board members. Thank you for taking time to come over and hear what's going on at the library and taking time out of your schedule to let us know how we're doing. I do want to start with a flyer that I placed on your desk there. The city is currently in budget, I don't want to say negotiations, right? But because we're not negotiating, but planning for next year's budget. So they want to hear from you. I want to make sure that you all are heard. For some, that's the reason there's a survey part of it on this one. So if you use your phone or know somebody who can use a QR code, you can either do it through that or just go directly to the link. If you are from Pharr and you're part of the board, we want to hear what things you want to see the mayor concentrate on in the commission with the upcoming budget. I mean, there's a lot of your regular expenses, of course, HR and things like that. Those are your basic, but bigger plans like maybe I'm very subjective to the library, so
I wonder why.
more library programs and so those are the things that they want to see all of us. So we are working on that north side facility. Hopefully that'll be a component of the library. The Wellness and Innovation Center on East Nolana. Hopefully that'll, it's in the construction. So we'll see what happens and see if next year's budget will kind of fit into a library facility as well. So just kind of giving you a heads up. But please take time to take it and answer some of the questions and give your suggestions. So let's move on. It's been quite an exciting summer for us. I want to say post-COVID, but programming has been very well attended online, and some of our Saturday programs that our children's librarian supervisor will cover as well. But let me just cover some of your basics, our statistics as far as how we're spending our funding. If you can see my library's report, the gate count has been pretty good. I think for being right out of a pandemic, we still have a lot of people coming to the library. The main library, over 63,000 people have attended the facility. At the DRC, over 16,000. We do have a good circulation of books, over 35 35,500 at the main library. Circulation at the DRC is not as much, but because of course we have less of a population, so 3,821. As far as our revenues, as you all know, we did start our revenues in March. We were doing a lot of free services for our patrons. So at the DRC, 2,464 and 33 cents. Libraries general revenues from other things services that the added service that we have, almost $16,000. You got 15,916.83 cents. Cafe revenues steady at 2,302 with 75 cents. We like I said, the cafe is now open. We do have your the best coffee in the city of Pharr. I mean, I don't want to brag and I don't want to, but we do have the our very good coffee there at the library. So if you ever have
So
a
you
chance, invite a
compete with
friend.
the deli here.
Yes, we're in competition with the deli at, at but what I like to say, I mean, you can't get a book here at the deli, but you can get a book at the library and your coffee. But we like for you to patronize both of us. When you come pay your water bill or come to City Hall for any business, please patronize our deli. Or if you go to the library, of course, get a cup of coffee and fresh baked cookies. And we started that we just started again last week. So we have fresh baked cookies. As far as budget, we're at 60, a little bit over 68%. We've had over $1 million of expenses. I like to say we do have a very good book budget this year, where the book budget's also even though it went down a little bit just because there were some other city expenses, our book budget was right around 85,000. We're probably at about $65,000 as far as expended funds for our book budget. So as we're buying books, we're weeding out a lot of the old books. The Texas State Library does require us to have at least the collection to be at least no more than 5 years old. At as far as your core collections, we do have a requirement from the Texas State Library that we need one book per capita. That's one of the things as far as accreditation that they did flag us on. We have about 85,000 books. We need one per capita. Service population is about 112,000, so we need 112,000 titles at the library. So we're working on it. It's kind of just as we buy books, like I said, we weed out books. That means we take out books that are too old for the collection, that are not being circulated. They've been overused by our patrons. We do have popular titles that just get overused, overchecked out. So we need to have very nice, attractive collection new as well. So that's what we pride ourselves on as well, having a great book and new collection of books. But to add to that, we do have we are part of the Dalucana library system. So we do have a cloud library for the county libraries that belong to the system. So we have we share the whole collection, but it's about 5,000 titles that we have that belong to the city of the Pharr Library. So I would like to welcome anyone to come to the library if they have need help setting up the app, and also just so we can help them get those books from the online in an online library, so to speak. So it's our digital library. We're glad we're part of it.
5,000, I'm sorry, 5,000.
Yeah, 5,000 titles. So there's more, but since we all share it, it belongs to the Dalu County Library System, paid for by funds from the Dalu County. So, and as far as recap, I did get an advance notification from the Texas State Library and Archives Commission that we're looking at getting accredited. Like I said, we only got flagged on two things: our collection numbers, which we're working on every year, because I'm not too worried about that one, because it is we do have a lot of new books, so many that even the McAllen Library asked for a lot of books from us. So
What's the connection?
the collection
Sí.
numbers, about 85,000 books titles,
So why were we flagged?
because we need one per capita. In other words, for each I guess citizen of the city of Pharr, we need to have one book, hard copy, in our shelves per person. One book per person.
What about
The DRC, does it have to abide by the same rules or?
It's as a whole
or is
collective
it part
library,
of-
yeah.
Okay.
And,
it's
yeah,
considered part
because
of-
we're one library with branches, but,
Okay.
you know, we consider one library. Summer reading program celebration, I can't believe it's already, we're already at the end, the last week, this week, with reference, having a celebration for the young adult kids. We did have a celebration at the water park yesterday, well attended. I think, some family of yours might have gone because they're part of our summer reading program. I guess registered kids. So Daniela will cover some of that, but
Okay.
it was very successful. And believe it or not, we had a very successful young adult program. I was surprised at the number of young adults. These are middle school and high school kids that registered for our program. I believe it was because of the prizes that we were incentivizing. We incentivize reading, yes. We have to get kids to read. In order for them to read, we have to tell them, hey, we're going to get something really cool. Plus, we have a party at the very end, which Carlos is going to cover as well. So I was very impressed with the numbers this year because normally we get about 20 kids. I think we got more than 20 kids. So
You're happy to get out of the house.
yes, I think they just wanted to get out of the house. Plus, we had some really cool prizes. We reinvented the pet care. So well, Carlos can cover the thing that we kind of created for like a little house for either your cat or your dog. One was a Harry Potter theme, and the other one was Sailor Moon, which is popular with the young adults. So, and I did put a picture on there, the very top on the left. That's one of the things that we created. Um, so we're transitioning into, hard to believe that it's over. So now everything pretty much is going to come down for the summer reading program decorations, and we're going to transition into fall and winter. I know maybe the weather doesn't dictate it, but the seasons, of course, will change for us, and we have to kind of move forward and kind of get started with the start of the new school year. We transition to new decorations and also the winter, which is Christmas. So that's very important.
Yeah, I hope that you all are keeping some type of an album of y'all's beautiful, outstanding decoration.
Yes.
Everything you do.
Yeah, it's hard to see it come down. I know you frequent the library a lot, and you see all the great things that we're doing as far as decorating the inside, the hard work the staff does do. So we do take a lot of pictures. We keep them there, and we also have kind of like an archives, as you've been to our archives room, and we also have a digital copy of everything that's created there at the library.
You need a scrapbook.
So we
Yeah, that's what I was gonna
we
say.
encourage everyone to go visit and enjoy the
When we've been to
decorations.
the archives, Veronica, I've never
Mhm.
seen it.
Yeah, we
There,
revamped
there
it
is one
Oh,
that
yes,
we can
beautiful.
open it, that we can open.
for the
it.
library.
How come I have not seen that?
Well, it's kind of it's in a digital format.
Yeah, it's small though, but
Yeah, we used to
there's a lot of
we used to keep a
information
hard
there.
copy, but now with everything going digital, I mean, pretty much
Yes, of
Facebook
course.
is our social media is kind of our scrapbook now. It keeps track of everything. So
Wonderful.
But there's nothing like going through a scrapbook.
yes, there's
I
nothing
just
like
finished my 14th
like the hard copy.
scrapbook.
It's the old fashioned instead of going for the digital.
But I do understand,
We're
going that way. So we did get a check for the summer reading program from the Friends of the Library. I don't know if I mentioned to you last week the amount, $2,100. Ongoing budget request. So make sure you do the survey and talk about how great the library is. And with the survey, we can dedicate more funding for the library. Of course, Gallery 121 is going to reopen. Gallery 121 is one of the only places, I believe, in public places in Hidalgo County where we have local artists, semi-professional and professional artists who come and showcase their work. We do have about 40 spaces for them to come and showcase. Carlos, we did. He's tasked with bringing in artists for that Gallery 121, and I think we already have artists lined up from September through December. And as well as we're gonna start getting author visits. Local authors, local writers have also been invited to come and showcase their writing. If they're published the authors, then we'll have a night for them to come in and talk about their books and also sell their books. So that's what's coming up.
And patrons will be able to purchase
Yes.
at the time they will come in?
Yeah, at the time they do the presentations, they'll be able to purchase from
Are you
from the artist.
having any plans to expand
Locally, no, like I was telling you,
up another floor?
we're going up to the cloud, but we have digitally, I think there's a lot of room to expand, because the Northside facility, the Wellness and Innovation Center in the north side of Pharr is not going to have any shelving for hard copies. We're in talks. Maybe I'll talk to city manager about increasing our digital services streaming services for our patrons that they can use. They have to use a library card to be able to access. So a lot of databases, a lot of digital stuff will have to be implemented.
Has that been advertised or?
Not yet. I mean, like I said, take your survey and see if that's something that we can implement with more funding.
The high schools don't participate anymore in the art.
Not as of lately. Of course, right before COVID, everything stopped with participation from the high schools, because they were all at home. But we can start up again. But right now, we're going to open it to semi-professional artists or to come and showcase at the library. You're talking about the art gallery, or
Yes.
yes.
We used to have them all over the
Mhm.
place.
But we also work with local artists to do some murals down right here at the Hub Park. So some of those artists will be at the library as well. And ongoing project right now at the DRC is installation of the generators. One big generator to make sure that if there's bad weather, the DRC and the library in South Pharr stays open. And of course, we don't like any of those events, but we need to be prepared in
It is
case.
open this time of year?
Yes, we've in the past two rain events, we've opened it for sheltering, and the library has been
Who
part of that.
mans it whenever it
Uh,
happens?
Some of the library and also the Parks and Recreation staff do manage. So Mike's not here. I mean, if you look at the pictures on your left of the report, you can see one of them is one of the young adult winners that she was able to win, and some of the kids in the programs. And every Saturday throughout the summer reading program, we had an event in the downtown park, which is here. I mean, where you saw the theater production, that's where we had our programs. We wanted outdoors, just because of the whole pandemic thing. So our programs we still had programs, but they were outdoors. We had Fragile Planet, The Magician, John O'Brien, Palm Valley Animal Society, the urban ecologists did a presentation, and the last one was a Taekwondo presentation for our kids, and everything is themed on the summer reading program, which is Tales and Tales. Had to do with literacy. Mike's not here, so I'm going to cover some of the things that he's working on, or he worked on, as far as presentations and organizations that met at the DRC. We had Texas Wrestling League June 5th, a well-attended that they approached me about not only having their wrestling event, but also distributing books. So they're with our help, they were able to distribute new books to kids that were donated. The books were donated by the South Texas Literacy Coalition. And I do want to say that in August, we're going to have Lucha Libros with the same organization. It's kind of get the kids motivated to go back to school. And that's, I believe, is August 15th, if I'm not mistaken. So the same organization, Texas Wrestling League, we're going to partner up with them to have a family fun event. Hopefully give out books as well, new books, and also more keep kids motivated to go back to school. Yeah, it's something that we're the only library doing it, Lucha Libro. So it's kind of a play on the Lucha Libre. So it's Lucha Libros.
Cute.
So, and then we had other organizations, UTRGV Early Head Start Program, the Abriendo Puertas Parents graduation. I believe they were getting their GEDs. And the police department is also partnering up with the DRC to have trainings for their mental health unit. They had mental health training. And the Pharr Community Theater also met at the DRC to have a production of their Bird Brains that was kind of being hosted in different locations. I know it was here at the Hub Park, at the Nature Park, and now at the DRC. So, all right. Any questions for me as far as statistics,
No, but the
spending
Taekwondo,
money?
Was it real good representation for the Taekwondo?
Yes, the presentation was good. We had an instructor who normally works with the Parks and Rec Department come in and show the kids about Taekwondo. So it was good. Next, I'm going to have children's supervisor come in and talk about some of the programs she's working on and cover a little bit about our successful summer reading program. If you have any questions, you can address them to her. And after that, we'll get Carlos. Daniela?
Afternoon. Good afternoon. My name is Daniela Luevano and I work in the children's department. Well, where can I start? We had a very successful summer reading program. We were counting on having around 400 kids. We almost got there. We had 383 kids register for the summer reading program. Even though we did have those numbers, only 190 completed the program. But, it's a good turnout. Yesterday, we concluded with our party. As Mr. Garcia said, we had an aquatic prize for them where we had a total of, if I'm not mistaken, 134 kids attending. So it was pretty nice thinking that it was kind of raining and yes, so we were offering a hybrid system where we had two classes, which also turned out pretty good. We had the art class as well as the cooking classes. We were only opening 10 spaces for the kids, and parents were actually requesting more spaces. We couldn't because of the materials and because COVID continues, but we hope to go back to opening all our classes in person. We do have a total of 7 classes and only 2 were available in person. We based ourselves in a theme for each week. We had a week for each kind of category animal. Like, for example, for the first week, we used farm animals, and then we did ocean animals, and then we did dinosaurs, and we tried to make it more like engaging for the kids. They really enjoyed it, and we had a very successful summer reading program. We are actually now giving out the prizes, which are going to be for the top readers. We got a total of 1,887 books read by the kids. So that's amazing. And one kid, which was our top reader, he read 350 books by himself. And we are giving out tablets. I'm sorry?
How old was he?
He is 6 years old.
Oh my God.
Yes, his name is Kadir Alarcón. Yes, he always goes to the library.
The name again?
Kadir Alarcón. Kadir.
Cali.
Kadir. Yes, Alarcón.
Unique name.
He even won his brother, which he also participated and he also won. But he was the number one of top. Yes.
Wow.
Yes, and he says every time he goes to the library that he wants to work in the library and that he loves books. So he really enjoyed the
We're
program.
gonna follow up on it.
Yes.
See where he goes.
And for the toddlers, we actually didn't have a total number of, uh, well, actually for the program, they had to complete 2 packets, which each packet had a total of 20 books. So for the toddlers, we only asked them for one, because they're still young and they didn't have to write any sort of summary. That way we can promote for the parents to read to them and be with them as well. And I believe that's my statistics for the summer reading program. Yes, for the summer reading program, that'll be it. I don't know if you guys have the chance to pass by the library. We're very sad because we have to take away all the summer reading program decorations. They're very nice. We're gonna start working on our Halloween fall theme now, and then we're gonna concentrate on December on our Christmas.
Are you gonna do Thanksgiving, I hope?
Yes, yes, Thanksgiving as well.
Important holiday.
Yes, and for July, we are going to continue, as you can see the calendar, with our online programs because we haven't received the green light to go back to the programs in person. So we will still be having this week in history, cooking classes, art classes, stream, and as Mr. Garcia mentioned, I forgot to say, we did have special programs on Saturdays. They turned out pretty good as well for the summer programs. We had each Saturday we had like 30 kids present, so that was good. Not counting the parents. I believe only one had like 20 or 15, but I mean, it was pretty good and very nice. One, which is Fragile, they actually took the animals to the kids. They brought a small alligator. They brought two turtles, and it was very entertaining. The other one was just a magic show, and the other ones, which were Palm Valley Animal Society, they actually brought a dog, and we did a story time with the kids. On June 16, we had Lily Martinez, which she works at the city of Pharr. She explained some of the animals here in the valley. And the Taekwondo was very interactive as well because you had the kids actually doing the steps and everything. So it turned out pretty good. And that's all I have. As I mentioned, July continues, unfortunately, to be all online. But the good thing is that due to the summer reading program, our numbers in the video are going up.
Any plans for face-to-face? No plans yet?
No plans yet. That's something I will have to speak with Mr. Garcia, see if we can open some classes in person.
Did any students request some type of a reading test of the books that they were taking?
No, actually, no. With the summaries, we actually get to know if the kids read the book or not. We ask them to do according to their age, if they can do a summary of 1 sentence or 2 sentences, 3
So you were
sentences.
doing it all through the
Yes.
summer. That's good.
And then we check them. We go over them and we check that they actually read the book. Yes, and
Great.
we're giving out the prizes already. They're winning a tablet and they're winning a baggie full of Tails and Tales prizes.
Maybe next, when we're able to do it, have puppet shows.
Puppet shows,
Yeah.
yeah. I believe before they used to have, and we look forward on that.
Kids love
Yes,
'em.
they love them.
They welcome
Yes.
volunteers.
We
Oh,
we
definitely.
we do use puppets
Yes,
on our
they used
story
to run
times.
at the McKellen Library.
we
Puppet
we
shows.
we do use puppets on our story times that we post on Facebook, but it's not the same as in person. They don't interact the same way, but we do use puppets in our videos.
Because I remember you said that last meeting that you gave them a puppet.
Oh yes,
as a
I gave them
reward.
the materials so they can create their own puppet at home. Yeah.
We'll get there. We'll have a big puppet show.
Do you guys have any more questions?
I think we
Thank
had a
you. It
great
was
job.
wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you.
When I mentioned the volunteers, I remember way back when we used to volunteer, we would do storytelling because there was no such thing as a
Yes,
children's.
storytelling.
We do storytelling and puppets and whatever.
We look forward on
way
that.
back.
I
That
think
was when there was a little library.
I think before on Halloween they also do like scary story times in the library. I mean, we look forward on doing that back.
That's good.
That's great.
Get the kids
Great.
involved and give them
Yes.
a reward, a little puppet.
Yes.
That's wonderful.
Yep.
Those are kids.
That's great. And the student that won 350, that he read 350 books, top reader.
Yes, top reader of
And-
all of them. Yes.
Yes.
Kadira Larcon.
Mhm.
Yes.
And you already have a real nice.
Yes, we had a special prize for him because he was like the top one.
Yeah.
Yes, we do have a special prize for him.
So others will get
Just to reward
and we'll read
his
more
effort.
next year.
Just to reward his effort.
Wonderful. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Daniela. Next, we're going to have Carlos talk about some of the reference and young adult activities at the library.
Good evening. Good evening, board. Thank you for having us this evening here. My name is Carlos Alvarez. I'm the reference supervisor here at the Pharr Memorial Library. And this year for the summer reading program, I was in charge of the teens and adults. As you see in one of the pages, that's our calendar for the summer reading program. So we actually had grab and goes because of the pandemic and everything. We wanted teens to feel safe as well as adults. So all of our crafts were at grab and go. So you would come to the library or you would call and reserve, and then we would give you the craft with the instructions. And then we would let the teens and adults know that if you post the picture, you are entering a raffle where you could win tickets to the aquatic center. The tickets were donated by Parks and Rec, so they actually got super excited about that and actually posted the picture at the Pharr Memorial Library Facebook page. This year, we had 129 adults sign up for the summer reading program. And when it comes to teens, we actually have 56 teens signed up for the summer reading program.
How
So-
many young adults?
56. Yes, and for adults, it was 129.
Oh.
So it was a really good turnout compared to last year where everything was kind of iffy about it, especially because we started doing it online with Read Squared. So this year, many of the teens and adults got the hang of how to use Read Square, and they were more relaxed because of everything that was going on. So they actually did a pretty good job of joining in this year. We had our theme, as you know, for this year's summer reading program was Tales and Tales. So we tried to do something that would interact or that would call the teens' attentions and adults as well. So we focused on pets because everybody loves pets and teens have pets. They have cats, they have dogs. So we concentrated on pets, and all of our crafts were based on pets. So they could do a wand for their cat. They could also learn how to do some earrings with a cat or a dog for themselves since they're animal or pet lovers. So that was something good. As you can see in the other flyers, well, we'll go through that right now. We had several of them, but we, for the top readers, for the teens top readers, we encouraged them to read more. I know that for our program, we were telling them in order for them to qualify for the pizza party, they had to read a total of 10 books, chapter books. So once you read the 10 chapter books, you qualify automatically for our team party, which will be taking place tomorrow at the library from 6 to 8. but we encourage them to continue reading because the top 5 readers from that teen program or for teens will win one of the prizes in one of the pages in blue that you have in your package. So the first prize would be a Fire 7 tablet, so you can actually read books in there. And as like Mr. Garcia mentioned, we have the cloud library, so it's free books, and you can look a variety of our collection in there. So they're free. So this would actually help the first winner. We also have a speaker. We have a Fuji film, which is an instant camera. We also have so, Surface Pro. I mean, sorry, not a Surface Pro. GoPro camera, and the last prize would be a mini projector for your cell phone. So we got a lot of kids signing up for the summer reading program. Yes. So we actually tomorrow we're actually going to give out those prizes to the top 5 readers, but since it's a surprise, they don't know yet who they are. So we'll let them know tomorrow at our party, and we'll congratulate them, and we'll give them a little certificate about on this. We also use a QR code, which is this little um, sign at the very right side. So you could just take a picture of it, and it will take you automatically to our website. So you don't have to be typing it. You just take a picture of it, and it takes you automatically on your phone or your tablet. So that made it way easier for teens to participate and actually find the page. As I mentioned, we focused on pets for the Tails and Tails. So we did do it your DIU tug toy for dogs. So we actually bought all the equipment needed to do a tug of war toy for the dog. So the owner can actually build it itself from scratch and then actually play with their dog. So actually, we had about 15 to 20 slots, and they all got filled. So it was a really really good turnout on that. We also had the do-it-yourself cat one for cat lovers. So we would give all the instructions as well as materials needed to do the cat one, and then the patrons or teens would actually build them themselves and then play with their cat. And I know many of them actually posted that on our Facebook page, as that was one of the things that they had to do if they wanted to win tickets to the aquatic center. So that's another one. And then we went ahead and we did a treat jar. So it was just a mason jar, and they would decorate it with their pictures of their pets, stickers with their pets, and we would provide that as well. So they would have their pets' treats in there. So that actually was a really good turnout. All of our crafts actually, we would put it up on Facebook, and by the end of the day, everything was filled. So it was a pretty good success because everybody loves pets and everybody has pets, and especially during this pandemic where a pet was your a companion, like they were with you all this time. And then we also had a do-it-yourself um, pet bookmark. So if you're an avid reader, we would give you the bookmark, and it had a pet design, and you would create your pet design as you desire. It could be a cat and it can be a dog, and you could use that for reading as well. And then we did a squeaky toy for dogs. I know that one was a really success one. Everybody really wanted to be part of this one, and they actually wanted to know how to do a squeaky toy for their dog. And a lot of patrons actually came back and told us of how their dogs actually fell in love with the squeaky toy. So it was a really good craft. And then we did for those who love art as well. We did clay pets. So it was basically clay that you can actually air dry, and you would create your own pet out of clay, and then just leave it in the sun, let it air dry, and you would have your clay pet. So teens actually also love that one. And then we had the do-it-yourself jewelry. So as you could see, some of them had cats, some of them had dogs, puppies. So you would actually have to do the earrings out of scratch. So we would provide the material, and they would actually build
Had
them.
a great time.
Yes, they did. They actually did. And So it was a really good turnout. As Mr. Garcia mentioned, um, just for signing up to the teen and adult summer reading program, we did have a little house that would be for your pet, and it was a Sailor Moon theme, and it was a Harry Potter theme. So everybody loves Harry Potter and everybody loves Sailor Moon. So I know there's a picture at the very back, I believe, of the Harry Potter pet house. So it's actually a little house for your pet, and it has a Harry Potter theme all over it. So we actually created that in reference. So our staff and I worked on this, and the Sailor Moon as well. So and then the thing was, as long as you registered, you were eligible to enter the raffle for this little house for your pet. So we got a lot of people registering for this. And second to the last page, you can also see some of the crafts that the teens and adults submitted to our Facebook page in order for them to win the aquatic center tickets. So as you can see, you'll see the clay pets on the very top. You'll see the bookmark decorated with pets with their favorite pet or animal. You have the squeaky toy on the top right side. You also have one of the cats with their jar treat at the very bottom. They actually built several of those. So actually, the teens were actually submitting their pictures with their animals and pets of how they love and we actually have several winners. As you can see in the center, there's actually a winner that actually won the tickets to the aquatic center.
No wonder. So the state library's main theme was the tales and tells. That's
Yes.
come everything was around. That
Right.
is so clever.
Yes. Yes, and since teens they love pets, so we
Of course,
decided
you
to
can't
do
go
that
wrong.
to attract them. Yes.
Yeah.
We
Awesome.
also had in May, or I mean, sorry, mid June, we also had the graduation photos, and they were actually free for everybody, all of our patrons. It could be anybody graduating from kinder all the way to college, so everybody was welcome, and we had a really good turnout. So the first day we had about 20 people. The second day we had about 22 people that actually are students that actually came to take their picture, the graduation picture. And since many of them don't have a job because of the pandemic, or they were high school students or kindergarten, we offered the service to actually take a professional picture. We would print out the picture, high quality, and we would give it to them, and then we will email it to them in case they wanted to post it on social media. No, it was totally free. Yes, yes, it was free, and
That is
yes.
so clever, right?
So we did both. We did the hard copy and the digital version. That way, if they wanted to post it on social media so that they can share it with their friends or text it, they could do so. So as long as they gave us their email.
Did you say that they also work with jewelry for their pets? I
Yes.
just wondered if they do real cute bling bling collars. for the
Yes.
pets. Oh,
Yes,
that
we
sounds
did. So
cool.
it was really nice. Everybody
That
loved
sounds
that.
just awesome.
Um,
Wow. So the
also,
teenagers, what was the age group, more or less?
what was that?
The age group of teens.
We went from tweens, 12 to about 19 years old. So
Wow.
we had a really good turnout throughout that age. And I forgot to mention the very back one. The last page, you could see one of our winners for the Harry Potter, and her name was Priscilla Garza, and she actually won the Harry Potter team house for participating and registering for the summer reading program. So she was really happy that her dog was gonna have a new house.
And she actually did the artwork also.
No,
Somebody else.
that was our library staff. Yes.
So unique. I love it.
Yeah, so if you actually pay attention, it was a TV converted into a little pet house. So
Perfect.
yes, we wanted to be something. We wanted to do something antique, but also really nice that had a theme to it. So that was a really good one.
Wonderful. Sheesh. But
As
kids had a good time.
yes, they did. They actually did have a good time this time around. I know last year it was really everything was really uncertain during the summer reading program. So last year it was kind of many teens didn't want to really participate because they were scared or their parents were scared that their teens might get sick. But this year, after everybody was trying to get the vaccine and everything, we actually had a very good turnout. So that actually helped us have
You
a
can't
really
go
good
wrong
turnout.
with Pets.
No, you can't. Everybody loves pets. So it was a really good turnout for this year. And as I mentioned, tomorrow we'll be having the team party at the library from 6 to 8 for all of those who actually completed the program and participated. So, yes. And
Well done, well done.
thank
Will
you
these be on display or anything? Will you have displays
for the
for the party, at the party? Or
display.
they took them already?
No, we'll still have them.
You
Well,
think?
yes, we're still gonna have them, so we should be good for tomorrow. Yes, for the pets and tails and tails theme.
And the pets too?
And the pets too. We actually should have done a pet party for those teens that actually have pets and completed the program as well. I know Mr. Garcia had mentioned that we're going to start again with our art galleria with Galleria 121. So as he mentioned, I have some artists already booked for the starting September through January. Um, the first one would be Mr. Ruben Cortez. He does photography, and he's going to focus on sports in the Valley. So he's a photographer that actually goes to sports, soccer, boxing, anything that involves sports. And he's actually going to be showing the time when the action is taking place. So he takes that into photography, and that's what he's going to be displaying.
What is his name again?
His name is Mr. Ruben Cortez.
Ben Cortez.
Ruben.
Ruben Cortez, thank you.
In
From
October,
here, from Pharr?
I believe he's from Pharr, yes.
Artist.
In October, we'll be having Miss Priscilla Navarro, and she's a painter, so she's going to be presenting her paintings at our galleria. Um, she will be there for the whole month of October, so she's going to be displaying her artwork there, and she's also going to have a Meet the Artist event. I'm still pending the date that she will be able to do that, but she will gladly do a Meet the Artist event. So she can talk about her art, what inspired her, what she can or what others can learn from her throughout her art.
All of October.
Yes, all of October. And then in November, we'll have Ms. Tanya Viveros. She's also a painter, and she's also a teacher at Raiders, an art teacher at Raiders. So she's also going to be presenting her artwork there as well. I know Ms. Vela mentioned about bringing students from PSJA, so I'll look into that so we can start having art galleries with students now that I believe they might be going back to school this coming school year. So I'll get in touch with those teachers and make sure if that's something possible.
Very popular.
Yes.
Right. It was very popular.
Yes, so Ms. Viveros, she will have the her paintings displayed November and December. So she's gonna have those 2 months, and then come January, Ms. Rebecca Rivera and Alma Villarreal, they're also teachers, and they are going to do. They're gonna get together and they're gonna present their artwork at our gallery as well. They're gonna join forces and display each one their artwork.
Got a lot of talent.
Yes, we do. We actually have a lot of talent here in Pharr and in our community. We just need to support it. Just need a place where they can actually express their art. So the library makes that possible. Yes, and we're also going to be starting to have artists. I mean, sorry, authors. So I know September we're going to start with our very first one, and I'll give you more information at the next meeting. But his name is Dr. Omar Jimenez from San Antonio. He's actually a professor from San Antonio. He'll be coming down, and he'll be talking on one of his books, and he's going to be talking about the first Tejana that actually got a legal divorce in the state of Texas, and that was back in the 1800s, and she was from the Valley. So he's gonna be talking about
Divorce?
yes,
Wow, that
yeah. So
is
she was the
history.
first woman to actually get a divorce in Texas. So he's gonna be talking about that, and he's gonna be talking about how the culture, the Mexican and American culture, actually combined and created what the Valley's culture is today. So he's gonna be talking about that because that's what he wrote in his book. So he's gonna be really interested in it. He's gonna be involved with history. So he's gonna be coming down for that.
So he actually writes
How do you
for
make all these
adult-
contacts?
I,
How do
I,
you find out about these people and make the contacts and make it possible?
I do my research. I try to do my research
Very
and
good.
actually look at what's interesting and what are people looking at, what people want, and something that actually calls our patrons' attention so we can get better educated and actually learn more from our own community itself. So yes, I do as much research as I can to try to bring as much talent to our library.
That's wonderful.
Yes.
San Antonio, he's from San Antonio.
Yes.
Sandra,
His
she was from San Antonio.
oh, Sanders
She's now living in Mexico. I'm sorry, can I hear you? I'm getting old. I cannot hear well. Yes, she's got the house there, but I just read an article in Texas History. And she was in Mexico, living there. So I was wondering, you had, since you touched bases with San Antonio,
Oh wow.
Sandra Cisneros. Interesting, it's good, it's good. Wonderful.
Yes. So I know he will be here. Mr. Dr. Jimenez will be here at the library September 11th to present his book. So it's a Saturday.
Saturday,
Yes.
that's
Do
interesting.
you make it public? Do you put it in the newspaper
To the date.
to the event?
Not just social media is where she's going. I agree with you.
Yeah.
Printed. And some of us don't go into
Yeah, we really are so thrilled when I see something from PSJA in the newspaper
Yes.
because mostly social media.
we are so busy, we don't have time to do it.
Well, I still get my newspaper every day, so
Every
that's
day
my.
we get my newspaper.
Yes. So that's what we got for the reference department for this month. I don't know if you have any questions, comments, concerns.
Are you planning on bringing young adult authors?
Yes.
Authors that write for young adults?
Yes. Yes. I actually have some in mind already. So I just need to
Good.
verify with them if they'll be able to make it
Awesome.
possible to come over here.
So you have authors scheduled all through the winter months?
Yes.
No más?
Yes, through November, and
February,
I'll start
March.
working. Yes, because I know December. Actually, nobody wants to do December
know.
because everybody wants to be with their family. So I'll stop in
Right.
November and start back in January.
Yeah.
Yes, because
So
of
for
the
these authors,
Mhm.
do you provide lodging or anything like that? Or is there a fee?
I know that there will be a fee for Dr. Jimenez, and he did request a fee because he's coming from San Antonio to do the talk at our library, and we do have a budget for that, so we should be good with that.
Our
Yes.
district library coordinator, the way we used to do it is you coordinate with the district, and sometimes the public library doesn't have to pay anything.
Right.
I mean, you can do it with others, and they even go to McAllen and wherever. You know, they make the time, the author does.
Right. I know one of the professors at UTRGV for the Mexican American Studies, I actually found out that he was going to be coming to our library. So she contacted me regarding that. So maybe we can work something out with that. Because
Yeah, we have to, no, out of pocket money.
yes.
Very
That's
good,
wonderful.
Wonderful.
Yes.
I have a question not a question, but dealing with the puppet shows, you can also involve the schools, the drama department, and they get credit for helping out with the public libraries.
Oh,
It's good.
so that's it for me as for today. So I don't know if you have any questions, any more comments, concerns.
It's great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Garcia,
Thank
do
you.
you have an opportunity to hire all these creative people? Do you have a say-so?
Yes, as a
You've
matter of
done a
fact,
good job.
I
He's the
do
main
have
one,
to
I think.
interview everybody who works for
You
us.
have to, you
So,
do interview, you
we
have
look
the
for-
opportunity to interview them?
does
Yes,
everything.
I do want to mention Carlos just also graduated. He didn't take a picture because I guess he didn't want to, but he did just get his master's in public administration. So he's, we like to
Wonderful.
encourage our staff to either already have I guess, a bachelor's, but we encourage them if they want to continue, we want to make sure that we support them as much as possible so they can continue on with their education. So we do have well-educated staff. I think we're one of the departments that has the most people with I guess, bachelor's or
Degrees.
degrees in among all the departments. But yeah, like I mentioned, we do encourage our staff to continue going to school, getting their education, and we also encourage them. Of course, we can't stop them from leaving, but I like to say that we do hire very good talent from the area, from here.
But then they leave.
Well,
Yes.
they
But maybe they'll
they
come
got to
back,
move on.
right?
That's the reason they go to school, so that they
I know.
go on to further and greater
Don't let
things.
them go.
More money.
We gotta
Still
pay 'em
money.
more.
Right, Vico?
You don't have anybody working on library signs?
We do have one young lady, Laura Saldaña. She's, I think, on her last semester of library school. She's work, and Olivia from reference.
That's
They're
what I
both
thought
working.
Carlos was doing,
Yes.
library signs.
Uh, no, but he did a master's in public administration, and we have two others going to library school. So they'll be soon working. Well, they'll be done pretty soon. Yeah, but like I said, they leave. You remember Romeo Rosales? He's now working in San Antonio for the
Yes.
for
He left
Bibliotech,
us.
the Berg County digital library system. Hopefully, he moved on to a bigger city, a bigger system, and that's the whole point of getting your education. So we highly encourage that, and hopefully he'll come back one of these days.
One of these days.
But
Thank you, John.
nevertheless, I'm here. I'm at the library. I would encourage you to let everybody know to come and visit us. We're open full schedule pretty much every day of the week, and our services are top notch. We do focus on being very serviceable to our patrons, our taxpayers. Thank you for letting us do that, and our commission and everybody who supports the library in the city of Pharr.
Thank you.
Other than that,
very
that'll
much.
conclude my presentation. Well,
And congratulations on everything that you do.
thank you very much.
Excellent.
Anybody else wants to mention anything?
I just did.
Don't forget the survey. If you live in Pharr, if you know somebody who lives in Pharr, have them take it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. Thank all of you.
This is different, right?
Yeah.
Mr. Garcia, this is different from the email that we got from the city, right? From Iscano. Right, Mary? It's different.
Different survey.
You already adjourned?
Yes,
Oh.
yes. Number 4 on our agenda is adjournment. Do I hear a motion?
I make a motion that we adjourn.
Second,
I second.
all in favor?
Waiting for Anita to do it. She didn't get it.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. Well done, well done.
It was a long meeting.
Uh-huh.
And let
Yo
me
digo,
tell,
I just-
nobody hears me anymore?
This one is green. The light is green. That means it's off, right?
Green means off.